What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about, is the quarterback position the only question mark that this Atlanta Falcons team has heading into the 2024 season? But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about, is the quarterback position the only question mark that the Atlanta Falcons have heading into the 2024 season? Personally, I do believe that the quarterback position is the biggest question mark that our Falcons have heading into the next season, but I don't believe it's the only question mark that this Atlanta Falcons team has heading into next season. As you guys know, the Falcons did fire Arthur Smith after the 2023-2024 season. And I do believe that it was the right move to let go of Arthur Smith. But I believe that at this point, the Falcons have hit the reset button, believe it or not. Bringing in Raheem Morris, yes, he does have familiarity with our Atlanta Falcons organization because he was here with the Dan Quinn regime. And he did, come in and he was a part of that coaching staff, coaching on both the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball when he was here with that Dan Quinn regime. But I do still believe that this Atlanta Falcons team has other question marks outside of the quarterback position. We know after Arthur Smith was let go, we did lose Ryan Nielsen, who was our defensive coordinator last season. And I really feel like that was a huge blow to this Atlanta Falcons organization and to our Atlanta Falcons roster and defense. As you guys know, last year, our defense was the strongest side of the ball last season. Between the offense and the defense played well pretty much all season long. We did have like a top 10 defense for most of the season, and we ranked in the top 15 pretty much in every statistical category. So our defense did play really well last year. And I think losing Ryan Nielsen has kind of went under the radar because we have questions at the quarterback position of who's going to be the next starting quarterback. But I do believe losing Ryan Nielsen was a huge blow to our team. As you guys know, we had struggled for, many years as far as being able to pressure the quarterback. And last season, our Atlanta Falcons put up 42 sacks on the season. You guys know that I'm huge on the trenches and that it's important to be able to win in the trenches, to be able to win games, in the NFL. And I really think last season, one of the things that's kind of going overlooked was how well that defense played last year as far as stopping the run. As we know, we've struggled to stop the run. We struggled to pressure the quarterback. And last year, this Atlanta Falcons team did a really, really good job of pressuring the quarterback and did a really good job of taking the ball away and keeping our Atlanta Falcons team in every single game last season for the most part. So I really feel like one of the question marks for this upcoming season is how well will this defense play next season? Will we have still a top 10 defense? Are we going to be able to retain a lot of the players that was on the roster last year that helped us have that top 10 defense? Guys like Calais Campbell is a free agent. Guys like Jeff Okudah is currently a free agent. You have a number of guys. Bud Dupree, who also had a really good season last year, is also a free agent. So we had a lot of guys that were on one-year deals, prove-it deals and things of that nature. Calais Campbell could be a guy that could be looking to retire. So I really feel like this Atlanta Falcons team has some huge question marks when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. We don't know who will be, the second corner outside of AJ Terrell. We don't know outside of Arnold Epikady. We really don't have any proven pass rushers currently on the roster. I really feel like the strongest part of our defense right now is the linebacking core because you have guys like Caden Ellis who signed a 3-year deal. You have guys like Nate Landman who played really well last season, and you have Troy Anderson coming back from injury. But outside of Jesse Bates, outside of AJ Terrell, there's question marks as well on the back end of this defense. So really filling out this roster, I really feel like is another question mark of what is this team going to look like on both the offensive side, because we have, even on the offensive side of the ball, you only have Drake London that's currently under contract as far as the wide receivers. You don't have any other guys under contract. So outside of Kyle Pitts, outside of Drake London and Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, you're still going to have to find those ancillary guys, those guys that's going to be the glue guys of the team, those guys that's going to be those role players that's going to come in and fit in both Raheem Morris and Jimmy Lake's defense and fit into Zach Robinson's offense. So I really feel like this Atlanta Falcons team has some other question marks that we're not really paying attention to because we're focused on the quarterback position. But I do think that this Falcons team has other question marks that are looming over this team. Unfortunately, we know in the NFL every single year, your 53-man roster is always going to look different. And because the Atlanta Falcons had a lot of guys, a ton of guys on one-year deals, and guys that are going to be free agents and restricted free agents, it's going to be very interesting how Terry Fontenot and how Raheem Morris and this front office puts together, this team this upcoming season. Now, do I believe in these guys? I do believe that Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot, that these guys are competent, that they're going to bring the right players to fit the attitude and the makeup and the ethos that they continue to talk about, bringing in guys in the draft, bringing in guys in free agency in the next couple weeks. But it's going to be very interesting to see what this Atlanta Falcons team looks like outside of the quarterback position to fill out this roster, because we have, I believe, like 21 or 22 free agents. So that's, a big number of guys that's going to no longer be on this team, which is the core of the team last year. A lot of the guys that I mentioned were guys that played huge roles, on special teams, guys that played huge roles on the defense. And I really feel like there's other question marks as well looming for this team. Guys like Grady Jarrett also will be coming back next season from injury. So who knows how he's going to look coming back. Of course, we know that Grady Jarrett is one of the better defensive linemen, but we know coming off of a knee injury, and this is like one of his first major injuries of his career, we don't know if he's going to come back, the same. We, of course, hope, for the best, but you never know, how well he's going to play in his first season back off the injury. So there's a lot of other question marks that are out there for this Atlanta Falcons roster. But with that being said, you guys give me some of your question marks that you have for this Atlanta Falcons team. But with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.